Hello everybody, my name is Brian St. Denny, and today I'm going to be talking with you about Mongolia and Madagascar, an economic comparison between the two countries, and which country a business would have more success in if they went there. So let's get started. The first slide shows Madagascar and Mongolia, their general information. Madagascar in 1975 they were declared socialist and all minerals were nationalized. In 1993 they became a multi-party system, so much like a democratic party. Their first president was Albert Zafy, and he was impeached. Today Madagascar is stricken by disease to this day. It really is wreaking havoc over there, and they have very high poverty levels. In Mongolia, it was in 1277, it was ruled by Kublai Khan, what is now modern-day Mongolia. In 1691 to 1911, it became part of the Qing dynasty under China's rule. In 1921, the Socialist Party, led by the Russians, and they were the second Socialist Party created. In 1990, they became a Democratic Party, and they are currently under control of President El-Bigdori. This slide talks about some economic factors, and Kuwait was a rich country that I chose to also include their data for. So as you can see, the GDP growth for Madagascar is at 3.01%, and Mongolia is at 2.29%, and Kuwait was actually at negative 0.4%. GDP per capita is $411.81. Mongolia is 3973.43, and Kuwait is 28984.64. As you can see, Kuwait has much more GDP to go around. Mongolia comes in second there. And the Gini coefficient, which is 42.65, and that was 2012 for Madagascar, and 32.04, and that was in 2014 for Mongolia. Madagascar's unemployment rates are currently 1.3%, and that was recorded in 2012, and this is due to many of their workers working for themselves agriculturally, and 7.9% in 2013 for Mongolia, and Kuwait shows a 3.61, that was in 2011. And their poverty gap is 33.9% for Madagascar and 5.2% for Mongolia. Mongolia is the better pick here, although their GDP and per capita is higher, lower than Madagascar's. They have a better track record of economic growth. Doing business. So out of 189 countries, these are what the countries ranked in 2017. So the ease of doing business for Madagascar is 167 out of 189. So they're not doing well for businesses over there. So Mongolia ranked at 64. Getting credit is much harder in Madagascar at 170 countries, and 62 for Mongolia. Paying taxes 117, 35 ranked in Mongolia. Registering property 159 in Madagascar and 46 in Mongolia. So Mongolia is easily the better pick here, and that is just due to the general ease of doing business compared to Madagascar's. The business would have a much better time starting over in Mongolia than they would in Madagascar, hands down. Developmental indicators. So in this slide, we're looking at the literacy rates of adult males and females, the health expenditure, percent of GDP, and the access to electricity of the population. So in Madagascar, there's only 66.74% and 62.61% of males and females who are literate. And in Mongolia, it's a much higher number at 98.17 and 98.55. This means a better workforce, a higher, more educated workforce in Mongolia than we have in Madagascar. The health expenditure percent of GDP is 3.04 and 4.73, meaning that Madagascar is only putting out 3.04% of their money, of their GDP, to their health. And access to electricity of a percent population is 15.4 in Madagascar and 89.76 in Mongolia. Now, Madagascar's access to electricity might be low because of their agricultural background, but either way, that number is not good. So Mongolia has a better pick here, and that's due to mainly the higher literacy rates. If you have a higher, more educated workforce, then you're going to have better workers, typically. Economic development. Both countries have extensive resources to offer. Both countries are good key investments in mining operations. Mongolia has potential to mine gold, iron, copper, oil, coal, and Madagascar has rare elements to mine. Now, Madagascar has a bruised mining sector, and this is due to them not issuing permits. They have a track record of it being very hard to get mining permits over Madagascar. So Mongolia is once again the better choice due to the ease of mining there if you're looking at going into a mining business. Socioeconomic factors. In Madagascar, the political climate is very uneasy at this time. They had a coup in 2009. This is due to their executive and legislative branches fighting amongst themselves that the political climate is so uneasy to this day. There is also significant corruption on all levels of their government. Mongolia is dissatisfied with their current government and how it's being ruled over there. There is corruption prevalent in this country, but it is not as much as in Madagascar. And Mongolians' People Party won the parliamentary election, and they will likely bring changes once they win the presidency in 2017, if they tend to. So once again, Mongolia is the best choice here, and it's just due to the stability of the government, although the people are unhappy. If you're going into a business, you want some political aspect to be stable, and having a coup in 2009 really hurts Madagascar. So Mongolia is overall the best choice, and this is mainly due to the stability of the government is key. Every business that goes there into a foreign state to do business is looking for a stable government. Your literacy rates are much higher in Mongolia, and this means a more educated workforce. Access to electricity is also key to business that you're looking to run. You can run machinery, your warehouses, you can have lighting, offices, you can have lighting. And the ease of doing business is getting credit, registering property are easier to do in Mongolia than Madagascar. And here are my works cited. And I hope you enjoyed my lecture. Thank you.